Nichelle Joy is just 16 years old, but is already a four-time author who published her first book at the age of 9.
Nichelle joins us now with more on her work and how she's inspiring others. 9 years old, and you published a book.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here. What motivated you to do that at 9? I can't get my kid to do anything.
Yeah, so really my first book started out as a school assignment. It was not like purposeful. Our assignment in like 4th grade, we had to write a story about my teacher's cat.
Oh, cute.
And so the first story that was actually written in there is called Guten the Cat. And it's literally about him. He's trying to catch a mouse around the house and he absolutely trashes the place. But that is really how I got into writing. You know, I was assigned that assignment and then I just kept writing because I liked being creative like that. I liked the creative juices flowing and stuff. And I just kept thinking of things and stuff. And that's actually how my second book was born as well.
Yeah.
It was actually supposed to be a part of the first book of short stories, but it is not too short of a story, as you can see.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
But hopefully that is turning into a series of books, and that is the story of how I started writing.
Good for you.
Wow.
How do you keep going? What is your motivation?
See, that's hard. Of course, when I was younger, I had a lot more of a drive, you know, to keep writing and stuff because the creativity, like, that inspired me and stuff.
Yeah.
But definitely now, seeing other kids read books, you know, that really keeps me going. Just seeing like young inspiration, seeing young joy, you know, just seeing kids, you know, reading and stuff because you, especially now in this generation, you don't see kids reading books and stuff.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
they have to be
on
forced
tablets.
to do it, right? They're on the
Yeah.
tablets.
So that definitely keeps me going.
I mean, but to sit down, I mean, this is hard work, and I think
Yeah.
people who haven't actually done it before, I mean, it's great to sit down and put some thoughts on paper, but to make it into a book and get it published, that's
Yeah.
a lot. That's a huge accomplishment. Your mom must be so proud of you.
Yes, and I couldn't get it done without her because she's actually my publisher.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it runs in the family, kind of.
I see that. I see that.
That's amazing. So what else are you up to?
I am a violinist, I'm a dancer, I'm a actor, and I aspire to be a filmmaker when I grow up.
That's so cool. Okay, so you want to write this? You want to write the movie scripts, right?
Kind of, not really.
Okay.
I'm more into the directing aspect of it. When I'm just recently, I learned, like, when I was younger, I used to write very descriptively, but I realized I was writing in pictures. You know, I saw pictures instead of words, and that's how I wrote. So now that's kind of how I got into film.
That is so cool.
So you want to actually study film?
Yes.
Okay, tell us about your plans.
Yeah, so I hope I'm going to University of Southern California when I grow up. I want to study film to be a filmmaker, and yeah, there's a program at my school for film, and I've never had more fun.
Wow.
Do you rub off on your friends? Do you find that your girlfriends are now reading and writing a little bit more?
See, I sure hope so.
They gotta be, yeah.
If they want to hang out with you, right?
I mean, yeah, I hope so. I'm a pretty cool kid. If I do say
You
so
are cool.
myself.
You are cool. But I would say that most 16-year-olds are not writing and publishing books. So are your group of friends also sort of interested in that as well?
Not necessarily publishing books. I do have a diverse group of friends. You know, they all have different aspects of what they want to do when they grow up. You know, I have friends that want to be dancers when they grow up. I have friends that want to be different types of writers, you know, journalism and stuff like that. So different types of genres of careers that they may want to do.
All right,
Yeah.
so for parents out there with young kids, how do we motivate our kids like your mom motivated you to get our kids interested in this more?
Yeah, I've been asked this question quite a bit, and usually I don't like to answer it because I don't like to tell people how to teach their kids, you know.
Yeah.
But what worked for you?
Yeah, what I do want to say is don't force your kid into it. If they genuinely don't want to do it, it's not worth it most of the time. But if it's one of those things where they're like, I want to be famous, but I don't want to do this, then it's like you're not going to be famous.
Yeah.
You know, they got to learn that on their own most of the time. So don't push, but more encourage.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
And
good.
you got to put in the work, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, these are awesome, Nichelle. This is great. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Can't wait to see what you do next.
Yes.
I know, right? Yeah. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you for
Appreciate it.
having me.
Yeah. All right, NichelleJoy.com is where you can find more information and details on where to get the books. All right, thank you.
Thank you.